All right, what's going on, guys? We are doing a differential change on a 2020 Jeep Gladiator. This is the launch edition, so I'm changing the both diffs at 38,000 miles, and the 2020 Jeep Gladiator Rubicon has the 220 diff in it. I think every single Rubicon comes with that 220 diff. It is a pain in the ass to figure that out, but I'll show you guys later in the video how to tell if you have the 200 or the 220. But if you do have the front and rear lockers, you're not going to need, you don't have a limited slip differential, so you will not need the additive, but it will also not hurt if you add that. It doesn't actually make any difference if you don't have it, but if you do have LSD, you better make sure you add that additive because you could burn your differential out. But with that being said, we're going to go move on in, and hopefully this helps you, because it took me a good minute to figure out that the Rubicons have that 220 rear diff. So here we go. So what I decided to go with specifically was the AMSOIL Severe Gear. It is, the manual suggests 7585, which is specifically made by Mopar. All the reading and research I did, this actually seems to be the best oil you can put in your diff. If you go through some YouTube stuff, you'll find that this one seems to perform above what it actually even says it can do. So that's what we decided to go with. So when you are filling your diff up, you're gonna fill that up pretty much directly to the hole right there. It says an 1/8 inch below, so I'm just gonna fill it up till it starts to pour out and then put the cap back on. So let's do that. All right, so the rear diff, if you need to figure out which one you have, the 220M, you see how it circles around like this? It's a perfect circle. The 200 dips in, so you'll see it like it'll dip in right here. That's like one good way you can tell the difference between the two different diffs. To empty it, you'll see the drain right there, and then there is the fill. Always pull the fill before the drain, just in case you can't get the fill out, especially if it's a little bit older. There's no reason for it to be that loose. But there's the fill plug. This is supposed to be tightened to 25 pounds. All right, so we are at the front now, and this one seems to have a plug right here, and then also has this plug right underneath. So this one's going to be pretty easy to do as well. So again, we're going to pull the top one right here, and then we're going to pull the bottom right here. All right, same thing for this one. Ooh, got oil on the glove. That one drains out really fast since it's right at the bottom. It's a really good design, honestly. But I'm gonna wipe this glove off and we're gonna go to the back. That one looks like it's just about done draining over there. So we'll give this one some time and we're gonna go fill that one up. All right, now we're back at the rear. So we're gonna clean off our drain plug. So clean this guy off. So just paper towel, clean it off. That's your magnet right here. So you wanna make sure you get all the little scrapings and stuff out of there. Your magnet is always gonna be the one at the bottom too if you accidentally mixed up your two plugs. So they're supposed to be torqued down to 25 foot-pounds. So wipe this off real quick. So yep, just throwing her back in. I'm just gonna get her nice and snug right now, and then we'll actually go grab a torque wrench here in a minute. That was 25 foot-pounds too. Right. So we'll tighten that up and then we'll throw the oil in. All right, so This is the other advantage of buying these AMSOIL bags is you can actually get them in there to pour it in. So the manual says an 1/8 inch above, or so an 1/8 inch below the line. You're not going to see that, so what we're going to do is just go until it pours out. What an 1/8 inch means, it's filled the damn thing up, is what they're trying to get at. So really convenient bag, because guess what? We can just squirt it around in there. Make sure you guys take off the little protector for the bag before you get under here too. Save yourself some time, and you gotta cut the tip of this bag. So this one's supposed to take a little over, I think it's like 1.5 quarts or something in there. I don't know. Just fill it up till it overflows. So each one of these bags is 1 quart, so you really get in here and get every last drop out of this bag too. Just roll it up. It's like a toothpaste bottle. All right. There's one down. Oh, there's a little left in there. Push the last little bit out of the cap. All right. There. Bottle number 2. Alright, so do a little bit more just to make sure. Alright, yeah, we're getting some out of the cap, so we're right at the top of it right there. That's what you want to see. So an 1/8 from the top, or it literally just coming out. So now we're going to grab our cap, clean this one up nice and good too. Yeah, mine was on there pretty loose. The whole thing was, so definitely gonna make sure we get this nice and tight. All right, let's go grab our torque wrench. All right, so we got our torque wrench. So set it to 25. Boom, 25. We're gonna do the same over here. This one I had tightened down a little bit more. That one was not very tight, so this one should be quick. There's 25. Wipe it off, get it all nice and clean. And boom. There is the rear diff changed. Very easy. Let's go finish the front. All right, so we're back at the front now, and we're gonna clean off this bottom drain. Get all the gooeys off this one too. Make sure we get all the metal shavings, everything of that nature. not too bad. Again, diff's pretty clean, which is good. So I've used this Gladiator for towing my camper around. We took it all the way back to Georgia. Did a great job, by the way, towing it. It's a pretty light camper. It's a ultralight, things like 23 feet long in total, but it did a really good job towing it. I mean, that was with 2 kids, 2 dogs, the camper fully loaded down, generator in it. I mean, we're up towards 5,000 pounds. There's 25. All right, so now we're gonna get the oil, which is directly behind me. We're gonna finish up this bag from the last one. The front supposedly doesn't take as much, but we will see. These bags make it so much easier. Imagine when I guess you'd pump it out, you'd have to buy a pump if you're doing it the other way. Which a pump would be just as easy. But for those of us that don't have a pump, this is not bad. I'm trying to get every last bit out of this. The nozzle came out a little bit. Got it on my hands. All right, there's that one. So that's, yeah, you have a little bit of loss. All right, there we go. Got a little bit of the, I got a good amount left. Probably like quarter bag. So yeah, it says a quarter from the top. So that's kind of like the idea from what I've seen everybody saying. Just fill it all the way up. That's the best way to know. And it's right there. I think the quarter from the top idea is so we're not wasting oil. Clean all this off. A little oil coating on everything never hurt. A little protection. All right. So now that that is good, we're gonna throw our plug back in. Again, this one's 25 foot-pounds again. All right, there we go. That, my friends, is how you change the diff fluid on your Gladiator.